Hello again and welcome back. Today I have another review for you. This time it is the G.I. Joe classified bazooka. The long time coming, at least for me long time coming, classified bazooka, or rather David L. Bazooka Katzenbogen. Katzenbogen? Whatever. So he's obviously the Tiger Force variant. We are getting the OG version. He's either just dropped or he's on the way. I got mine from Robo Toys, a distributor here in Australia. Unfortunately, I've just had problems with that distributor of late, so I'm going to have to switch up and maybe go back to the Big Bad Toy Store or try and find another distributor. If you know of a reliable one, please let me know in the comments. I paid around 45 to 50 Australian dollars for him, which seems to be the standard for these figures. So taking a look at the packaging itself, this is one of the last we'll see in this nice window display. I will miss this, but I also think that getting rid of the plastic is probably, it's probably the best thing to do. Although you could argue that they're getting rid of the plastic, but the figures themselves are still plastic, so hey, whatever. So taking a look at the artwork here, nice big shot of Bazooka with his bazooka, and then on the side, some more artwork there, and on the back, I'm not a real fan of this Tiger Force logo. I just think it's a bit boring. And then on the side, number 54 in the range, and then David L. Bazooka Katzenbogen. So let's open him up and take a look. Okay, so here is Bazooka out of the packaging with all of his accessories. So Bazooka comes with one massive bazooka, 4 rockets, his backpack to store the rockets, and his helmet. So taking a quick look at his accessories a little bit closer, the bazooka itself is pretty straightforward, just 2 colours, this camo green and then black. The sling is also black and it's a tough plastic. It does have this articulated back piece here that comes off, it's just on a peg, so you can load it up. I did actually put a rocket down there, but then I had to get a chopstick and just poke it out, but it's pretty cool that they've included that. The backpack is also very nice and clean. Again, that same camo green. Obviously it just pegs straight into his back, like so. And it has 4 grooves for the rockets, which just pop straight in, like that. So that's very nice and simple. And then also his helmet. And this helmet is nice. It doesn't really show on the camera, but it has a very subtle wash just around this strap, so it looks somewhat worn, somewhat dirty, and I'm a fan of that. And it is quite a soft material, so you can just pop it straight into his dome. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a closer look at Bazooka in hand. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have the Tiger Force Bazooka in the vintage line. In fact, I wasn't even aware there was a Tiger Force version, and I don't know if they released one in the 25th anniversary line either. I do have the OG Bazooka from that line. Probably not really a fair comparison. I'll do a more in-detail comparison when I get the OG Bazooka in classified. When I got this guy out of the box, I was just impressed. There's something about him. He's just very clean, nice looking figure. The top half is all completely pinless, and then the bottom half there are some pins in the legs, so probably some reuse here. But unless I'm mistaken, the shirt is a complete unique sculpt, and I particularly like how the shirt sleeves sit above the arms, so you can actually see it is a separate piece, so it just gives it that extra bit of something. Also, the creases in the shirt are very nicely done as well. He has a floating belt. It is a complete separate piece. You can't take it off unless you snipped it. I don't know why you would. And obviously his trousers are the Tiger Force variant, and then the boots look like they may have been reused. Can't think if I've seen these before, but they do look like something I've seen before. He has these cuffs as well at the wrist. Unfortunately, mine has some issues with the paint application, but it's not really a big deal. And then the face sculpt, some very strong Magna PI vibes going on here. He even has the arse chin. Unfortunately, mine does have some QC issues here where the skin tone has bled into the mo, but it's not really that noticeable unless you're really looking for it. So I think Hasbro are getting better with their QC issues. So overall, it's just a nice looking figure. So getting into the articulation, pretty sure we all know what to expect now with these figures. He has the butterfly joint at the shoulder, so he gets complete rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. As I said earlier, it is completely pinless. Full rotation at the peg, at the wrist. He gets all the way up at the head, so there's a peg underneath and then a peg going down to the neck, so he can actually move his neck as well, and he gets all the way around. He does have some ab crunch, not too much, about there, and then a little bit further back as well. Probably wouldn't want to do too much, because if he was to have him at an angle, obviously the 14 wouldn't line up. And then he has the rolled off hips, so you can get all the way around at the waist. The drop down legs, he has the thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot cut, and then rocker at the ankle. So articulation is very nice. And in terms of scale, here he is next to classified Tiger Force Outback. Here he is next to the slightly bigger classified Sergeant Slaughter. And here he is with the Valiverse Desert Rat. Okay, so my final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Bazooka. This is a really nice figure. I don't have anything to grumble about. One thing that I failed to mention earlier is the backpack actually has hooks, so you can actually get the bazooka just hanging off the backpack, which is a real nice touch. I did stress those hooks a little bit when I got mine on, so do be careful, but it's small things like that that really make this figure a little bit more of a standout. And although he only has a few accessories, I like that you can get them all loaded onto the figure, so there's nothing cluttering that accessories box. The figure itself is nice and clean looking, pinless from the waist up, and then there are some pins below. Overall, just a very nice piece. He is pretty easy to get. If you haven't got yours, I'm pretty sure Big Bad Toy Store still have him available, so don't delay. And I'm looking forward to getting the OG version and doing a comparison. So that about wraps up this review. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you like this content, then please do consider subscribing. And until next time, take care.